All right, this is 5.2 day 2 division, but we're going to learn synthetic division. So this is the format. We have what we're dividing by. We have, let's just write coefficients up here. And then we have a line, and then we're going to end up adding, and we bring down our first term, and then we'll end up multiplying, and you'll see it's easier with numbers. But depressed polynomial is a polynomial with 1 degree less than the original polynomial. So we are going to see that today. Your quotient will be this depressed. So your quotient will be the depressed. So let's go ahead and follow these steps. So setting it up, divisor equal to 0, and the r, what we do solve for x for. So add 3, add 3. So x is equal to 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that in the box. And then we're going to put the for step 2, we're going to put it in standard form and make sure it equals 0. Put a 0 in for any missing terms as well. So for the first one, it's x to the 4th. Then it's minus 2x cubed. Oh, we don't have any x squared, so we need to put 0x squared. Then 3x, then 1. So now we're going to put those coefficients in order, just the coefficients, no variables. And now what we're going to do is we are going to bring down our first term. And what we do with this number that's in the box is we end up multiplying the number and what's down below here. So we take 3 times 1 to get 3. Now we add anything above the line to get 1. Now we multiply again. 3 times 1 is 3. Now we add anything above the line. We multiply anything below the line, 9. We add anything above the line, so 12, and we multiply and we add. So this 37 is our remainder. The last number is our remainder. So to write this, again, it's a depressed polynomial, so it's 1 degree less than the original. So if the original's to the 4th, then this is going to be to the 3rd. So it's a 1x to the 3rd. We don't have to put the 1, but let's go ahead and do that. Then it is 1x squared. Then it is 3x. Then it is 12 with a remainder that is 37 over, we still do over the divisor. So there's our final answer. All right, so let's take a look at another one. And it follows that same pattern. So this is a lot easier than long division, isn't it? All right, so remember, step 1, set this equal to 0 and solve. So x is going to be negative 3, so that's what's in our box. Okay, next, don't forget step 2, write it in standard form, but use zeros, any missing terms that are there. So 6x squared minus 5x minus 6. So we don't have anything missing there, so we're just going to put our 6, our negative 5, and our 6, and then we are going to start our synthetic division. So bringing down the first term, multiplying anything below, adding above, multiplying below, and then adding, and remember your last one, oops, that's a negative 6, is your remainder. So our answer is 6. Well, how do we know what goes with it? Well, we do the depressed, we do the 1 less than, so it's not squared, but it's just an x this time. And then minus 23 plus 63 over our divisor, x plus 3. Done. Right, let's go ahead and have you try one. So remember, step 1, set this equal to 0, get what number's going in the box, and then put your coefficients in order. Make sure to put any zeros. There is going to be 1 0 as holding a place value, and then bring down the first term, multiply, put it up there, add, multiply, repeat. So try that, and then we'll check and see how you All right, so putting this equal to 0 minus 2, so minus negative 2 should be in the box here for what x equals. Up here I wrote it in standard form, so it's 3x to the fourth minus x cubed plus 0x squared, hold that place value, plus 5x minus 1. So now we put the coefficients 3, negative 1, 0, 5, and negative 1. We bring down that first term, we multiply, we add. We multiply, add. Multiply, add, multiply, add, and then we write our final answer. It's not to the fourth anymore. It should be 1 less cubed. So it's a 3x cubed. Then we bring down negative 7x squared, bring down the 14, positive 14x, minus 23, and then plus 45 over x plus 2. All right, let's try another one. We'll work through this one kind of to get started, but it's really important that you don't go too fast and that you take your time. So add 1, x equals 1, so that's what goes in our box. Our coefficients in order, making sure there's nothing missing, so 4x cubed minus 4x squared minus 9x plus 9, nope, 3, 2, 1, none. So we put a 4, we put a negative 4, we put a negative 9, and we put a positive 5, making sure that our signs are, oops, that's a 9, not a 5. We put our signs with the correct coefficient. There we go. In order, now we're ready. So take your time, don't rush this process, even though I know it's just adding and multiplying. That's where we can make those simple mistakes. Bring down the first term, multiply, add, multiply, add, and multiply. So since this one has 0 as the remainder, it means we don't have a remainder. So it's 4x, not cubed, but squared, nothing to the x, 0x, we don't have to put that, minus 9, and then there's no remainder, so we don't need to put the remainder, so we're done at that point. Try that last one, D, on your own, and then we'll check and see how you do. All right, so for that last one, D, let's go ahead and check putting it in order. Don't forget that you have to have the x with a 0 as its coefficient, because we can't just put the 2 that we have. We have to have it standard form, every single variable represented there, its coefficient. Even if there's nothing, we have to represent that 0 and hold that place value. So it should be equal to 0, x minus 2, to add 2, to get 2 in your box. Bring down that coefficient, multiply, get 8, add, multiply to get 16, add, there's your remainder. So here's our coefficients, here's our remainder. The 4, it's not x squared, we do 1 less, so it's x, 4x, then the 8, then the 9 over x minus 2 for your remainder. All right, so it's a lot easier than long division, isn't it?